also getting the training that is used to support the students. And if there's a way to get that funding, and I'm thinking, again, this would be a good example of stimulus money to try to partner with that. And I'm trying to find a way to link that group with the University of Lowell through my work there, because there is an interest at the university to establish a similar kind of partnership. Because I do think that we've got to push our students' awareness of China.
I think this idea of a certificate of global studies, I think, is a great idea. And even short of that, just increasing, we talked, one of the students' reports one night about current events and global affairs and raising awareness of those issues, and I think that's really important.
Masconomet Regional High School is really exploring this global studies certificate program, and Needham High School, I believe, is in its third year of offering that kind of a certificate. It's student graduates, they get their diploma, but there's also a little certificate that says you completed certain competencies around the study of global studies. So we want to start researching that.
Sure. I think we would welcome that as an agenda item. Number 8, to implement programs and practices which improve curriculum and instructional programs and student performance. And one of the new activities, again, is the response to intervention program. And the superintendent has also developed recommendations for comprehensive curriculum leadership pre-K through 12. And that's a new initiative.
Yeah, just a comment on that. We have not, at this point, we're not reappointing the department chairs, curriculum chairs, at least right away, because I think that the whole leadership piece in curriculum needs to be looked at so that we have some equity between our elementary school and our middle and high school. And I think that we have, for example, elementary curriculum specialists who have no time off to work in their areas, and there are only 2 per building, who are expected to take a look at math and science and social studies and language arts and reading and all of the content areas. But we don't, it pales in comparison to what we have at our high school and middle school. So I've asked Pam Bodwin and the principals to develop a proposal around that. They're pretty much ready to do that, and part of it will require some negotiation, because but also I think there needs to be a proposal made to the school committee,
right.
And I'm hoping to do that in early, we kind of held off because I think, again, this could be another way of looking at stimulus money to at least invest for the next 2 years in this area of curriculum leadership.
So we'll get the report prior to budget season?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Right.
All right. All right, number 9, to implement and review district-wide policies and practices to provide a healthy, safe, and secure environment for students and staff. The new initiative has to do with implementing a traffic study. A committee was formed, and they've made some recommendations specifically around the Batchelder School. So parents should look for some changes in that.
Oh, is this where we put in the bullying policy? I mean, we've done some things this year that I think really security plan that really enforce this movement for safe and secure schools, healthy, safe, and secure schools.
And to support ongoing professional development programs for staff. And you're going to look at a comprehensive training program for new curriculum chairs.
Just a comment on that, I'm really pleased with our paraprofessionals. Through the last contract negotiations, the paraprofessionals asked to be able to put together a committee to look at training specifically for paraprofessionals. They actually took that initiative on themselves. They created a program entitled Paras Helping Paras, and it's actually a very innovative program, very, very creative. I've sat in on several of the sessions. They have a whole manual that they publish, so that if you're a new paraprofessional in North Reading, you have access to, the how-tos. How do I deal with bus supervision? How do I deal with playground issues? There's training on using technology. They have training on the new reading programs, the math programs. So I think the Paras have done a very professional job in really taking a look at their professional development.
Okay, so we'll move on to communication. Oh, that was no. Communication, to maintain a positive and effective relationship with the school committee.
We think, yeah.
Yeah.
That's never completed.
There's nothing new.
Yeah.
It's ongoing, keep trying,
It's ongoing.
keep trying.
Yeah.
Good job. Number 2, to promote a positive image of the North Reading Public Schools. And David makes a comment that our school-based, school committee meetings, when we take our show on the road, has been well received by parents and students. I'm hoping the staff is fine with them too.
Oh, I believe
Because
so.
I know it takes an extra effort for them to coordinate.
I just want to add, I think we should add in here that series of articles, or a couple of articles talking about infrastructure and educational needs, that the inventory that Cliff mentioned. And I'd be glad to work with you on those, David, and put a few things together.
It's a great idea. Specifically leading up to the budget
Right.
season. Okay. Great, so Mel's just added something more to your list. Number 3, to keep the staff informed on and to encourage active involvement of staff in school-related issues. Number 4, to maintain an open relationship with all employee associations. Number 5, to continue to support the administrative council as a leadership team. And I just want to say that, David, I think that's one of your strengths, or it is a strength of the administration in our public schools, is the team that we see. I mean, certainly, we don't know how you all behave when you're in your council meetings, and if you all really do get along. But what comes out and how our schools operate reflect a strong leadership and a team approach. I think that's a strength.
I don't think I've ever seen, and I find this amazing, even before being on the school committee, and I've always expected this, to see one principal kind of go after another because they want something that one has, or that one has a program, and I've never seen that in 5 years in the committee and then several years before that. The cooperation, and I'm sure that when they're meeting, there are things that, there are a few heads that maybe bang together, but they always come out of it as a unified group that is supporting the whole system, and I think that's outstanding.
It is. So we appreciate that and all the ongoing efforts, and look forward to meeting the new vice principal at the middle school and seeing how he impacts the team. Number 6, to maintain an open relationship with students. And again, I think that's a strength. I like watching the looks across the table when we have the student report.
You're welcome.
Yeah, but I think our student reps have got a lot more independent.
I think so.
I
By
see
the
a lot
time they're
more
seniors, they
independence
do.
Yeah.
They do.
Right.
But that's to be expected. That shows their level of comfort and that the relationship is developing. The student representatives are reps for 2 years. So I think that's important for them to get to know you and for you to really teach them their role. So,
Well, with mentor and mentee
yeah,
Yes,
that's it.
true. Very good, Jerry.
and tutor,
Tutor.
Tutor.
of which tutor is a word.
Yes.
I'm serious.
The next way, to maintain an open relationship with parents. And in case anyone isn't aware, the superintendent does have a Parents Advisory Council. And if you're interested in the work of the Parent Advisory Council, or if they have any openings, just call them. Don't take your phone home. So now we're up to policy. Number 1, To support the committee in the process of systematic policy review. And certainly that's ongoing all the time. To develop and implement policies which are student-centered and consistent with ed reform. And I think that our new policy certainly falls within that line. The accommodation for religious and ethnic observations was one of our major goals this year. And we did get the report on the school start times, but we haven't actually implemented any change.
I think we did say that at some point the policy committee would maybe take a look at that again this year
Okay.
and see what, if anything, we do there.
Yep, and then I started that,
Okay.
I still owe me a box of stuff.
Oh, that's right, I have, oh,
Oh,
he
you
has.
do? Okay, good, then I can take it home. Oh, no. You all did it at home.
It's no coincidence that the newest members of the school committee are always on the policy subcommittee.
That's just
Because I
like
have a
fire.
degree.
Right?
Exactly, very good, you're perfect for it.
And we did actually review and update our policy on discrimination, harassment, and civil rights.
Right, and the bullying, the anti-bullying
And
policy.
anti-bullying. Okay, moving on to professional development. The superintendent maintains active participation in professional associations, which we all benefit from.
I think at some point we may ask him to take one of those little video cameras so we can make sure he's
Take
really going to those
attendance.
meetings. What do you think,
I have
Jerry?
my certificates.
You have your
I
certificates,
have to-
so we could see them if we need them?
Absolutely.
Okay.
The only thing I can say on the last one, to maintain currency of knowledge with professional reading, I've seen them reading before.
Yeah, I have to.
seen them reading,
Yeah.
so I don't know. Other than that.
And I'm reading this
No.
book, oh,
Yeah.
yeah, it's really.
Outliers,
interesting.
yeah.
To participate in professional development programs.
That's that.
And to contribute to the professional work in education. And there's a new initiative, well, one of the new initiatives, to work with MASCD to develop online training modules for teacher leadership. That's interesting.
It's going to be a program through Cambridge College. It's really designed to get at this problem of making sure that as we go forward, we have teachers who are willing to step into roles such as assistant principals and principals down the line.
I also think that 3A here, working with the North Shore Consortium to develop a gifted and talented program for math and science for grade 8 and 9. Again, I'm sure budget considerations come into effect there, but, and that would be outstanding if we could get some sort of program where some of our students could participate.
We actually, the consortium has made a commitment to, they've hired someone to take the leadership on this, to create a program that's, right now it's targeted to be next summer at Endicott College. It'll be a residential program for students going into, I believe, grade 8 and grade 9. And the focus will be on gifted and talented in general, but really with an emphasis on math and science, and the arts too.
That's great.
And finally, through professional development is to maintain currency of knowledge through professional development.
He reads all the same publications that Jerry reads.
Does the sports page count?
So do we need to
No, we didn't do anything.
vote on them? No?
Oh,
Review, discuss, and approve.
I did come up with a grade of 91.25.
Really?
Good.
Which
That's
is a
high
little
honor-
bit
that's high
low.
honor roll, though.
Yeah, at the middle school.
Yeah, the
Is
middle
it an
school.
A minus?
Yeah, it's an A minus, 92 is an
I actually
93 is
graded
an
on
A.
each section,
That's
policy,
it.
Really?
communication, budget, and strategic plan.
Hmm.
But
That's
we don't
okay.
have to vote on the grade.
No, we can vote to approve or accept. David, do we need to vote on them?
Yes.
Okay. Do we have a motion? So moved by
Approve.
Cliff, second.
Second.
Second by Mel. Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay. We have bills and payroll, and I think they're all signed. We have minutes.
Maureen, before we do that, I just wanted to update people on how.
Oh,
I
okay.
did actually meet
Oh.
with Keegan, with the gentleman who
Yeah.
spoke, and
So that's the middle school.
that's the middle school leadership
What does
program.
PAL stand for? I forget again. Some-
Peer
Peer assistance leadership.
It's like SLAM, but
Right.
it's for the transition program. So I had a brief meeting with Caitlin today, and essentially they're doing these weekly trainings to get ready for it, and they're determining how they're going to identify students for the program, as well as how they're going to select mentors through an application. So they're sort of building that